Hey guys, I wanted to do a couple videos before I have to go to the gym because I'm getting ready for my wedding, so I really want to be like in tip-top shape. But I wanted to share with you, a friend of mine was really interested in my Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco with artwork by Jimmy Manton, and she had seen a couple other videos on YouTube about what it looks like, what the cards are. So here's the little guidebook. But again, because I went like modification happy, again, just like with the Sacred Rebels, I trimmed my deck. This time I actually didn't trim it for aesthetic purposes. The Sacred Rebels I did. I trimmed that because I didn't like the borders. I thought the borders were hideous. And so I just cut them off. I didn't like them, so I got rid of them. This time I actually did it because it made it easier to travel with in my purse, because I don't like carrying a big purse. So I actually just cut it so that it was easier for me to hold in my hands and, shuffle them out and, do readings and stuff on the go. So I actually did it just for travel purposes because I love having this deck on me like as often as possible. So here's the back, which I think is super cute. My one complaint about this deck is that there's no, there's a lot of similar cards. I don't think, there's no bats in this deck, which I think is really, really sad. Especially since there's bats on the back of the card. And I definitely think that there could have been, since there's a broom on the back of the card, I think that there could have been, there's no bats. There could have been like a broom for like clearing or, I don't know, cleaning. Like just not even just spiritual cleaning, but like clean out the gunk, the energy, the house, because no one ever wants to clean their house. But I do love Jimmy Manton's artwork, and again, I've told you guys I love his attention to detail. And this reminds me of the Guardians of Time statues. But I was really disappointed that there's no bats or really like a broom. Like there's nothing to say like clear your energy or anything like that. There's a lot of skulls. I actually really do like this card. There's a lot of skulls. So here's the Skull of Stars. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but there's also the Underworld, which has a skull in it. Okay, but then there's the Skull of Darkness. Hold on. Let me go through these here. I think there's one more. Maybe there's two. There's two. I'm sorry. So then there's the Skull of Light and the Skull of Flowers. Like, there just doesn't need to be that many skulls. You know what I mean? There just really does not need to be that many. I love this owl. There doesn't need to be that many skulls in this deck. The Jack-o'-lantern. Night Song. I actually like this card. This card's really beautiful. And this is Hidden Talents. That's what that means. And again, I like that there's keywords. Here's the veil. Hearth. Zombie. And I like that the guidebook is really thin. Like the guidebook is super thin. And there's not really a lot of information. They're kind of just like a page each. So that really lets your intuition take control and really say, this is what this card means for this particular person. So I like that it gives you the opportunity to really make the most of your intuition. This is Midnight. This is Owl. And don't get me wrong, I like the Owl card, but where's my Dawn card? I just had it like, what, 2 cards ago? 3 cards? But I'm just saying there's a lot of similarities here. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but on the same token, I would like a little bit different, like, imagery. So this is Barmbrack. I did like the inclusion of a cauldron. I thought that was pretty cute. Forgiveness. Trick or Treat. Look at how cute they are. Death. Silence of the Lambs, anyone? Graveyard. Vampire. Ghost. I actually really do like this card. I don't know, there's something about it. It's probably one of my favorites. Eternal Love. The Lamp. Winter. Werewolf. Mummy. There's only 4 more, guys. Black Cat. The Witch. Joy. And the Lady de los Muertos. So I love having these cards because I love Halloween. I love Samhain. It's one of my favorite holidays. So I love having this with me because even though it's really more geared towards Halloween, you really can use this anytime. Or if, you know, someone's favorite holiday is Halloween just like yours, you can use it for them too. This deck is really deep. This deck really connected with me on a spiritual level, and I think I kind of used this deck exclusively, which if you saw how many decks I owned, you would think I was crazy. But I kind of used this deck exclusively, I want to say, for about 3 months straight, just because there was, I don't know, look at all that bright, bold color in there. And you can't beat that. It's beautiful, bold color. And it really does, it's scary accurate. And actually it was really scary accurate for my mom, too. I didn't think that she would be okay with these, because my mom is, how do I want to describe my mom? I love my mother very, very much, but she's not as tolerant to my particular spiritual path, and that's okay. I've said that before. That's okay. That's totally up to her. But she actually really did like these cards and thought they were very, very pretty. So you never know. If you have someone in your life who's a little bit more closed-minded, I would try them and see, because even if nothing else, they may like the artwork, because, I mean, you have to admit, that is beautiful. So you never know. If someone really appreciates the artistic style, they may be right up their alley. So, yep, that is the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco with artwork by Jimmy Manton. If you liked this video, hit like and subscribe, and I will be back with more videos before I go to the gym. Bye!